Okay, so we're just going to take some breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. And in through our nose and out through our mouth. Breathing in love, breathing out peace, breathing in healing, breathing out love, for they're one and the same. And we begin as always by calling in the archangels to create a sacred space. Hashem, Hashem, Elohei Yisrael, Mimini Michael. Uriel, Umeachor Raphael, Al Roshi, Shachinatel. In the name of God, God of Israel. May Michael be on my right and on my left, Gabriel. Uriel before me, behind me, Raphael. And on my head, surrounding me, Shachinatel. And we're calling in our teachers and guides, and we're calling in the white light. And with us, as always, is Metatron, who is the overseer of our circle. And the Archangel Uriel always comes as well with a silver disc that usually we fly on. But I guess it was last year that I received this inner knowing, this guidance, that with one of my clients, one of my healing clients, that I needed to work with the vagus nerve. I'm not a science person. I'm not a massage therapist. Biology was the subject I liked the least when I had to take courses. So knowing about the different nerves and the different things in the body is not something I really know about. So I learned a little bit about the vagus nerve, so how it connects everything. And I had heard of it from yoga. But I just said, okay, if I'm supposed to use that, then just bring me to where I have to go. And I found this YouTube video, and it talked about working with the occipitals, which are like kind of that bony part at the bottom of your skull. And this somehow has something to do with the vagus nerve. I can't tell you what, probably connected, but it showed like to take your hands like this, and then you put it like at the bottom of your neck. And then what you would do is, and you have to kind of be lying down with it, but if you just feel back there, there's like two little indentations. So it's kind of like resting right above there. And the directions were that whatever it is you want to release, you would ask that that's going to be released, and you would lie down on your back, and then you would just take your eyes and just move your eyes over to the side without moving your head. And just ask that whatever it is you want to be released, to be released. And as soon as you felt like a little breath or a swallow, then you could go back to putting your eyes up front. So it's kind of hard to explain without actually going through it. So I tested it out, of course, on Rabbi David. And I tested it out on my daughter. I do everything before I try anything. And they both really liked it. So I used it with my client. I don't remember what it was that she was dealing with at the time. And she said, wow, this is even more powerful than my mother working on me. And her mother is a cranial therapist, sacred cranial therapist, whatever you call it, and like works with that all the time. And I thought, oh, this is really cool. And I didn't think too much more about it because it didn't come up again. But then one day, there was like this download that came in. That's the only way I can explain it. With the word ahava, which means love. And I was shown to put the word ahava on the same place of these occipitals instead of the hands. Well, I thought this was the coolest thing, and I worked with it and I tested it out, and it was amazing. I was so excited about it that, I was given this message, and I thought, wow. And then I forgot about it. It's like it disappeared until a couple of months ago, when I started preparing for this workshop that I'm going to do at the end of January, and it came back. And I said, how could have I forgotten about that? So here is the word ahava. So Metatron like reminded me of it today, like when I was meditating, like he reminded me of it. And so we're going to just see what we're going to do with it. And let me share the screen and I can share that. See if I could share the screen and then you could see this word. Okay, there it is. So I've shown you this before. Do you see it? Is it showing up? There it is, ahava. So we don't even have to know how to read it. We just have to really know how to say it, which is ahava, and just have a feeling for it. So I'm just giving you that now because he's going to use, we're going to just see how he's going to use it. Okay. So Metatron is very present. And he's saying, yes, beloveds, what is more powerful than love? Nothing, because that is all there is. And this ahava in the sacred Hebrew has been gifted to you, that you may find its power, that you may find its use, that you may find its healing, that you may find the connection that love brings. For ahava is the same as saying one. And when you understand that there is only oneness, the watchword of your faith, you understand that there is only love. You can think of it as an energy if you like. For that is all there is. So we're just going to take some more breaths in through our nose and out through our mouth. And those beautiful words, that beautiful world of ahava is circling around. It's circling around, forming the disc to take us upwards into the upper realms. So let it just formulate. And these sacred Hebrew letters are now coming up like the way you would when you take a child to one of those water parks where the water kind of comes up. So that's how these letters are coming up now with the ahava. And as they come up, they are showing me that they're so powerful that they're forming a lattice around us. So feel now someone that you love, where there is ahava. Perhaps it is a grandchild or a pet or a memory or a parent. And just feel ahava. Feel it in your heart. And when we have that love in our heart expands. So let it expand now. And it becomes filled with the most beautiful light. And that light is the ahava, the oneness, for that truly is all there is. And now those beautiful words, those beautiful letters, because there are many words now of ahava that have formed this lattice that is taking us all up as one circle into the higher realms. Uriel has taken the words and he's formed a disc underneath us. And Archangel Michael has formed a dome over us. And glistening in this dome are the words of ahava. Small letters and big letters. And each letter of the word has its own energy force. And those are expanding out and streaming out. and connecting to us as we now begin to ascend up from our chairs, through the rooftop, all the way up into the sky, the beautiful night sky, all the way up. Into the outer galaxies, all the way up. Past our sun, past our stars, all the way up. Through the central sun, out the portal, all the way up. Until we come to the throne of God, the greater mind. In Hebrew, it's called the greater mind. The place that we are meant to live in. And there we are merging in with that beautiful oneness, the Shema. And we are just filled with this beautiful light of Ahava. Now, Metatron has come again, and he's placing in each of our hands the word Ahava. It's like a fire word, but it doesn't burn us. It's just like an energetic fire. And now we're being asked to set our intentions. What are our intentions for tonight? And I offer our prayer. Heavenly Father, Divine Mother, Adonai, Shekhinah, Elohim, Yud He Vav He. We are coming together as one circle. Your children, your servants, your beloveds, extensions of you, here to bring the teachings into the world of love, of compassion, of kindness, of justice. And here to improve our lives, to bring healing, transformation, shifts. So we come to ask for healing, not only for ourselves, but for all that we are praying for the collective, and to bring in further guidance and further help of how to deal with what we are all dealing with the virus. And I am remembering now that at the beginning of the virus, that Metatron did come, and he told us to actually send love to the virus. I forgot about that. So just now, go into your hearts and think again of the love that you have for either your child, your grandchild, your pet, even plants. A parent. Feel your heart expand. And the question is, Metatron says, why do I ask you to send love to the virus? Because within the virus, there is light. And anything that is covering that light needs to be removed. And why has it come? It has come to help you, you meaning those of the collective, that there is light within all darkness. The darkness is meant to be dissolved. It is just an outer husk, a shell that is meant to be stripped away, but loved in the process, for only then can it be healed. So bring these words that I have brought you today, Ahava, and send it now from your heart into each strain, into all of the systems that are in the physical world and the spiritual world, that you may move forward and live without fear and live with joy and love of what you have come to create on earth. Only if this is forgiven, if this is healed, if all the darkness is forgiven and healed, can these steps be taken. Think of a child who feels lost. What is it that brings a child out of being lost? Is it not a kind word, love, and embrace, understanding, forgiveness? And we're calling on right now Ruach HaKodesh, which is going to come in through our crown, Keter. This is part of Shekhinah, the divine feminine, that is coming in to get us ready for the healing, to hold the healing energy as it comes down through Keter to the right side of the forehead, Chokhmah, left side Binah, forming a beautiful triangle. It is coming down now from the right shoulder, the left shoulder, the heart center, Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet. It is coming down now to the right hip, the left hip, the pelvic area, Netzach Hod Yesod, going down to Malchut. It is going all the way down into the earth and then coming up, back up into the heart. And now we call on the sacred words of Ahava, the sacred letters. Ahava, which opens the heart, coming down, doing the same. Keter Chochma Bina, Chesed Gevura Tiferet, Netzach Hod Yasod, down through our legs, coming back up to our heart. We are being given a beautiful, like gold wrapper, kind of like gold paper that's very shiny that you would wrap a present with. The word Ahava is now going into that paper and it is now turning gold. Take the Ahava in each hand, hold your hands up, and then just place them on the back of your skull down by the occipitals. Just place them there. And then you can let go. In golden letters, Ahava is written, whether you know how to read Hebrew or not. It is written on each occipital. It's taking the place of the hands. Just let that beautiful energy now go in. They are bringing in many different rainbow colors now. And the Ahava is now written in many beautiful colors. And it's just coming like a shower just down upon our head. So our whole head and brain is now filled with Ahava. So now, decide on something that you would like to release from your life. It can be a frustration and anxiety, a financial issue, a health issue, a worry. With your eyes closed, knowing that the Ahava is placed on the occipitals, keep your eyes closed, but at the same time, keeping your head straight, take your eyes over to the right. And just notice. Just notice when there's a tiny little shift, and then you can bring them back. Don't worry if you don't feel anything. It's ever so subtle. If you don't feel anything, just bring them back when it feels right to do so. Take the same issue and put your eyes over to the left with keeping your head straight. When something seems a little different, either a swallow or blinking your eyes, bring them back. So we're going to do it again. Take the word of ahava on the right occipital. Ask what you would like released. It can be the same thing or something different. Put your eyes to the right and just notice what's happening in your body. Just observe. And when you feel a little something, it could be the sound of your heart or a sigh. Bring it back. You can stay there as long as you want. Now do the same for the left. What do you want to release? The ahava is on the left occipital. Eyes over to the left without moving your head. Perhaps it's just your breath that changes. Whatever little tiny change there is, then you can bring them back. Now, the ahava that is in the right occipital, it's going to extend out and make like a triangle. So the base of the triangle is in your occipital, and that is extending out. The point is extending out. So now, you don't need to move your eyes. Ask what you would like to have released. And it is now going to go into that triangle. The triangle is pointing to the right. Just breathe and notice your breath. When you feel a tiny little shift, you know that it's done. Now, do the same with the left. See the ahava, or know that it's there in the left occipital. A triangle is going to form, extending out into the air. You can keep your eyes straight. Just notice your breath. Notice. when there is a little shift. Just know now that these two triangles are in place, that the Ahava is doing its work. Ask for everything and anything that we're praying for. Ahava. And there is just a beautiful, like Star of David that is formed in the back of our head. And it also has many other shapes coming from it, like a glistening kind of star. And it is made up of the words Ahava. And it is now taking everything that we are asking for, anything we want to release, anything we want to bring in. It is taking that now into the universe. And it is a star that's shining down on Mother Earth, on the planet, on the collective. So let it shine down now. It's like rays, this radiance of Ahava. So let it come. They're golds and silvers and purples and reds and rainbow colors, pinks, yellows, ones that we haven't seen before even, raining down, shining down on our planet. I'm being shown the words of the COVID. Let that shine now there. Glistening, radiating. Commissioner, be showing me like the face of a little boy. And I think that's representing what feels forlorn. This is a time of shift in the planet, in our worlds. And so we need to send love to this little boy, the Ahava, because it's representing like the feeling of a loss of control from the masculine side. The males have, in this patriarchal societies we've had throughout the ages, they've been the ones controlling, and it's the time now for there to be more balance, that for the feminine to also come in. So they're showing me that we need to be sending the Ahava to this boy who represents that which is in the midst of the virus, because there's always a spiritual reason, an energetic reason why things happen, and it has to just do with loss of control, of not feeling in control. And that's just doesn't mean everybody we know, but it just is the representation of that which needs to be healed and we need to move forward with. So we're just sending him. And at the same time, this beautiful light of Ahava is also going to each one of us for all the times that we don't feel in control. Because we certainly have had to learn to go with the flow with this pandemic and to adjust. And so now we're going to give much gratitude of these beautiful gifts that we were given tonight. And a beautiful shower, a white shower, is just coming over us, purifying us even more. As a beautiful angel comes and just touches each of our foreheads, kisses us there. As we gather back onto our disc made of Ahava. And it is now covered with the dome as we slowly begin to spiral down, spiraling down, down from the throne of God, the greater mind, knowing even though we are leaving, we are still connected there, going down and down, down through the central sun, down through the sky, down and down, down past our sun and stars, further down and down. And we come back into our seats, Begin to feel where you're sitting or lying down. Notice your hands. Notice your arms. Feel that you are grounded to Mother Earth, that there is a cord, there are roots going from your feet down into earth. And at the same time, there is a cord that's going into your heart, and from your heart connecting you to the realms above. And know that a gift has been given to each one of us. The ahava has been placed in the palm of our hands. So anytime you wish to activate it, think of the word love or ahava, and it will help connect you, and it will help you to bring even more healing to yourself and to those you love. More balance. And take some breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose and out through your mouth. And when you feel ready, you can open your eyes. You may wish to stay in this beautiful space, which is fine. But this was a very powerful gift that we were given tonight. I didn't know about it, about the triangle, but it's a beautiful gift that you can use at any time. And I know some of you will be with me the end of January for the workshop. I hope that some of the others of you will also join us. Just going to end the meeting so you can stay in this beautiful place unless anybody has something to share.